everyone and welcome back to our channel. I am here to bring you the match reaction after England have just lost 2-1 to Sweden in like the bronze medal match of the FIFA Women's World Cup. Yeah, I think we were too slow out of the blocks, and that's been a criticism of Phil Neville's side in the past. The fact that they are slow to get going, they are slow to in the opening stages of the game, that they're too asleep in the opening 10-15 minutes. And I thought that had been something that had been put to pass. Like, we've been scoring goals early throughout this whole competition, and we'd kind of got rid of that curse. And Sweden come out first half absolutely fair play, and they scored 2 goals, and they were better in the first like stint of the first half. The first goal by Asllani, the shot gets kind of defended away by Alex Greenwood. It's not a good clearance at all, and Asllani's there, and we all know her from her days at Man City. If she's given space and she's given the ability to shoot, she's gonna put that away, and it's exactly what she did. I think that just comes down to poor defending and no sly on Alex Green, which has been great amongst this tournament, but I don't think that was her best game, and I think she'll be really disappointed with the way that first goal was conceded. Their second goal from Jakobsen, an absolute superb finish. I think the only thing you could necessarily say is that maybe Steph Houghton doesn't close her down quick enough, and that kind of causes her to be able to get the shot off and curl it past Telford. But nevertheless, it's a brilliant goal, and it's a goal that we know that Jakobsen is capable of in the same way as Asllani. So 2 good goals from a Sweden perspective, and it kind of came from the fact that we weren't wide awake enough to kind of see what Sweden were going to do. And I think it's always a task trying to come back from 2 goals down, and Sweden just were the better side in the opening start of the half. So it's a difficult one to take. Then we get into the part where England realise that they need to kick themselves up the arse a little bit and kind of get into gear and sort of play football like we know that they can. So they kind of pulled the socks up and got on with it. Obviously Fran Kirby manages to pull one back. Just before she does that, there's a sequence of play where England they sort of try to play it into the net. So Jill Scott took Paris, I think it was, and Paris puts it through to Kirby. Kirby should have got the shot off. In my opinion, the space kind of opened up for her. She could have had a shot. She passed it to Mead. Mead's then offside. But then a couple of minutes later, Fran Kirby then scores her goal. Obviously comes off the bar and into the box, into the goal. Sorry, it's a great goal, and I think Fran Kirby for me was probably our player of the match. She really showed her quality in this game that she may have not really been shown the last few games. So it was important for her to kind of get a good run and give her some confidence going into the rest of the game. And then we come to the Ellen White goal, which was not given because it was a handball. It's a great ball in from Beth Mead, I think it was, and Ellen White, doing what she does best, brings the ball down and then turns and gets a shot off. Don't know how she got the shot off from that angle, to be honest, but it was a great goal in my opinion. Goes to VAR, and then it obviously gets given as a handball. I don't know where I stand on this handball rule. I just think she's not intentionally handballing that. She's not really used it to gain advantage. If it's not going to touch her arm, it's going to come off the other player and bounce into the exact same position. So I personally wouldn't have given it as a handball, but I also on the other hand can see why, because it makes contact with her arm. It's one of them. Again, she's been denied by a VAR decision, and it's just a horrible feeling, and you could see how frustrated she was in the sense that they got given offside again, and we could potentially be sat here with a bronze medal if that had gone in, and we could potentially sat here with the Golden Boot winner in Ellen White if that had gone in. And obviously when we come to the second half, it just looks like we're going to score a goal. We should have scored a goal on several occasions, and it's just so heartbreaking that we didn't. absolute fair play to Sweden, who attacked brilliantly, got us kind of counter-attacked us really well. Nothing came from it, fortunately, but they know how to counter-attack, and they did it like superbly. And also their defense, they were just solid. They had so many players in the center of the park, just blocking it. We couldn't get flicky balls through. Like, we couldn't pass it in from the crosses because the shots were getting blocked. They just defended us brilliantly, and there's nothing else you can say about them than that. We knew coming into this game that Sweden would be a difficult game, and there's absolutely no way you can say that it would have been a walk in the park, because it's not true. I think when you look at this tournament in and put it into perspective, yeah, we've not come away with anything, an object. We've not come away with a title of being bronze, silver or gold. But what we have won is we've won an audience of people who maybe weren't interested in women's football before. You've got kids dressing up. You've got kids putting on the kit with bronze, Horton, Daly on the back of their shirts. I saw some girls this morning in the shops, and they were wearing England kits with our England women players' names on it. Like that's the side of football that we have won, and it's important to remember that, and to understand that in women's football sense, football is more than just a game. And I think the FA will do what's necessary to we need that one more step. We're a couple of steps behind the likes of USA, Netherlands and Sweden. We need that one more step, and I think we'll see great things. I'm just absolutely gutted for the likes of, obviously, Karen Carney, who announced her retirement. Absolute phenomenal player. She came on and she looked like she can play for years to come still. But I think it's her right time, and she came on, and I'm so glad that Phil Neville gave her that opportunity. Jill Scott, for example, Steph Horton, who knows whether we're going to see them in a World Cup again. I think the problem with this England side is we see, Alex Scott mentioned it perfectly, we see spells of brilliance. We don't see absolute games with England firing on all cylinders or getting into fifth gear, whatever. We see spark. We see the Lucy Bronze amazing goal against Norway. We see the Steph Horton free kick. We see the Ellen White goals. It's all just minutes of superbness, and to be world champions, to be European champions even, to be just champions, you need to be throughout. You need to be solid and just defensively sound, which we've been guilty of not being sometimes. You need to be attackingly brilliant, superb, clinical, which we could have been more. There's so much more to improve on, and in a sense that's a good thing, because you've got something to work on coming into the next competition, whether that's the Olympics, the Euros or the World Cup again in 4 years' time. There's stuff to work on, and that's great. You've got the young players that have come in that have had the experience, and then they're just going to keep building on top of that year after year. It's a brilliant time to be involved in women's football. It's a brilliant time to be involved in the England setup, and it's been an absolute pleasure looking at their performances and how they play as a team throughout the whole of this World Cup. It's been amazing to experience what it's like having to keep up with everything in terms of like our own channel, our social media platforms. Like, we hope you've enjoyed it. It's absolutely gutting that the girls haven't been able to bring anything back, and they deserved more than just the travel. They deserve more than that. They should be bringing something home, but it's not meant to be. And absolutely fair play to all the teams that they've played against. The USA Netherlands game that's going on tomorrow, that'll be a belter of a game. We'll be bringing you some coverage on that. But as I said, it's important to remember that this is only the start. There's going to be loads and loads of World Cups to come that England are going to be a part of, and that's something that you need to kind of remember and put into perspective. So yeah, this is the final match reaction on England. We might do something for the final tomorrow, so keep an eye out on that. Let you know if you've kind of enjoyed what we've done. We're going to try and turn this into something that we're going to be doing for the Liverpool women as well, because this is what this channel was built for, what we've been doing over the last year or so on the Red Men TV, trying to put our own word out there on Liverpool women, so watch out for that kind of stuff. If you've got any suggestions for us, what we should be doing throughout the WSL season as well, let us know. But this is the final match reaction for the World Cup, for England especially. So as I said, I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to this video. Lauren's going to be out. I don't know if she's already put it out or she's going to bringing you her match player rating, so make sure you check out for that. I'm gutted, but as I said, there's more to come. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. We're almost at 1k subscribers, so that'd be amazing if we could hit that before the end of the World Cup. But yeah, that's my match reaction, and we'll see you soon with another video.